What's up, friends? Welcome to my channel, Collecting is Fun, where I show you that collecting is fun. And in this video, we're going to talk about some stuff that happens in the collecting community. And this particular activity, people think it's fun, but it's really not. It's shady as all get out. It really is. And we're going to talk about, you saw the thumbnail, talk about how people hide figures and thinking that it's going to work out the way they think it's going to work out. So today in my run at Target, I found some figures. And if you watched my short, you saw that those figures were old collector's editions. I found some other ones in a different Target that was like something that, I mean, they can't even sell. It's ridiculous. Some Hasbro Spider-Man, like foundation suit Spider-Man. Oh my gosh, it was a Green Lantern or Yellow Lantern Batman. It's like going for a lot. I have no interest in it. I really didn't. I didn't care to grab it. It was just whatever. It just crazy stuff that people, crazy things that people would go through and would do just so they can hide a figure that they cannot pay for. So let's get into this. All right. So today I found this guy, Ragman. I don't know how many people have been looking for Ragman. I don't know if this is really popular to folks. I don't know. I've seen this guy so many times. I've seen him, this version. I've seen the platinum version. I kind of like the platinum version because he's black. But this is Ragman, right? Now, I found this underneath the shelving. All right? It was on the floor. Matter of fact, maybe you can see. Maybe no, you can't. I cleaned it off a little bit. A lot, actually. But it was so sticky. Look at that. It's kind of messed up at the bottom right here because it was on something wet. It was sticky. And it was, all of this was just sticky. Even some parts right here are still messed up. And I just cleaned it off a little bit. So I found Ragman. I also found, whoa, hold on, Clock King. Clock King. This guy, I've seen, I think both of them maybe, I don't know, but these are deep cut characters. And it also poses the question of, will you see Mattel do deep cut characters like these? Will they? I don't know. So I got them because they are truly now collector's editions. Because I don't know. I really do not know if Mattel's going to do it. And I mean, it's the fact that McFarlane did it. It's here now. And I don't know how much it's going for. You know, maybe I'll just give you the barcode and see what you can find. So here's the barcode for, and this was also sticky on the back. I'm not even going to show you the back of this, but there's the barcode. So you can see that right there. The coloring is off, but there you have it. See how much that thing is. Okay. Well, there's Clock King, and then Ragman. In case you're interested, look, there's the barcode for that one. And so the persons thought it was a good idea to hide these under the shelving. And we're going to talk about the scenarios and why some people think it's okay to do this. And some scenarios that you're like, okay, well, maybe they didn't try to hide it. I also found this Bianca Blair. She's going for a good price, a hefty price online right now. Like it was her first 22 something when you first saw her in the store. Now she's going for 30 and up. Somebody on Amazon is selling it for 43. So, yeah. So here we are with scenarios, okay? Let's take a look at one scenario because everything is not somebody trying to be shady, shiftless, shifty, skulldugger-ish, you know, deceitful, charlatan, abase. Not everybody's trying to do that. So let's take a look at it. First one. First one is the typical one. All right. The person is interested in the figure. All right. So they're interested and they grab it off the shelf and they're just walking around and they say, you know what? I kind of want this figure. I think I do. I think I want this figure. Or whatever item. It doesn't have to be a figure. And they change their mind. So they change their mind and they've already walked around the store. they're in the store to adult, do whatever they are there to do other than just buy one thing. They just saw something that they liked and picked it up. And following the rules of shopping, they picked it up, put it in their cart, put it in their basket, had it in their hands, or maybe, like I said, for the rules of shopping, if you don't have it in your possession, it doesn't look like you have the intent to buy. So if you see somebody taking a picture of a toy or anything for that matter, and what happened? If they take a picture of it while, they're talking about it and it's on the peg, that is not stopping anybody from coming up and grabbing that figure off that peg. And of course, you'll have some people get mad. Hey, what you doing? I was about to buy that. Well, it doesn't look like it. You're taking a picture of it. I actually took it off the shelf. I actually have it in my hand, which means I have the intent to buy. That's the rule of shopping. No one can take it out of your basket. No one can take it out of your cart or out of your hand. As long as you're touching it, you're connected to it, it shows that you have an intent to purchase it. So take it off and take your picture while it's in your hand. And so this person walks around and say, you know what? I'm doing my due diligence. They looked online and found that this thing is cheaper somewhere else. Or someone said, hey, man, you can find that at Ollie's. And so they say, you're right. I can't find this at Ollie's. And so there it is. They go to Ollie's and they have a choice now. Are they going to put this thing back, walk all the way back to where they got it from? Or are they going to just put it somewhere and just say, I'll let the worker figure it out. Or anybody else like myself put it back. That's the first scenario. Nothing shifty about it, just laziness. That's all that is. Just pure laziness. Second scenario. Someone picks it up again, but they're about to buy it for a kid. But the kid acts up. And now they're walking or about to buy it, but the kid is just, proving that, you want me to reward bad behavior, huh? No, I'm not going to do that. So they put being frustrated or proving a point, just put it somewhere. So now you find a Hot Wheel sitting on top of the Snickers. Why is this here? There's so many different things that you'll find in the front. You're like, how did this get here? Well, because they decided to change their mind, or they found that the price was too high. Or maybe the kid got it and the parents said, no, we're not buying that and we're almost out the door, so they just leave it there. That's two. All right? Easy things. But then you have the hiders. You have the ones that they feel that they are entitled enough to hide these things because they, for whatever reason, don't have the money. And there's so many people that that will actually defend this behavior. They'll give you, well, what if they didn't have the money? Well, they just hid it until they got the money and came back and got it. Like, first off, if you don't have the money, you can't buy it. So why are you hiding it? Well, let's just take a look at this. So first scenario is someone is trying to get it for themselves and they put it in a different spot. This is not the last thing, the thing that I found where they were in the shelving on the floor, where you actually have to pick up a piece of the actual shelving, lift up that level and put this thing underneath to where it's completely out of sight, where folks got to work to move furniture around, obstacles around just to get to that thing, and is in a place where it shouldn't be in the first place. This person may hide it, but they may hide it in a different part of the store. They may hide it behind the towels in the women's section, which doesn't make much sense if you hide it in women's underwear because women buy underwear. So why would you do that? Now, you're probably thinking, well, this woman may not, grab the figure and put it back. They may just look at it and go, well, how'd this get here, and put it to the side and then get some underwear. Well, okay, fine. Sure. Whatever your reasoning is. But this person just put it somewhere else. They put it by the towels. They put it by the plants. They put it by the ottomans. This person might even done something crazy like put it in the suitcase. But forget the suitcase part. Let's just say it's still out and it's just buy some stuff in the wrong spot. Okay. Well, that's a little bit different. That's a little bit different because it's not hidden in something. It's just in a different spot, like the first scenario where the parent or the person just lost interest and was lazy enough to just leave it there instead of taking it back. All right, fine. Then you have the second part. Someone is hiding it not for themselves, but they're hiding it for someone else with the intention of the person coming to get it in a fixed amount of time. They say, hey, I'm going to hide this over here by the whatever, and you are going to come and get this, right? Yes, I am. So that's the plan. They have a plan where the person's going to come and get it, and they get it out that spot. Hopefully that works out for them. That's a little different than, like I said, hiding it inside the shelving. Like, seriously. Then there's that third part where people, again, you just hide it inside the shelving. Ridiculous. Now, here's the thing that they do. I'm just going to hip you up to some game here in case you did not know. But this is what they do. The long-term goal is for the figures to be priced out of the store. Priced out, meaning that it's so old that the store cannot sell this to you anymore. It won't even ring up in the system. So what they're doing, this was the person that's like, let's just go extreme with this. The person that's really thought this out, and this is their total end game. They put this thing in the shelving, or they put this thing in a suitcase. Which suitcase? Maybe the third one from the front, the fifth one from the front. Put it in coolers and all that stuff. But the person who really doesn't want you to find it, they're going to put it in the shelving, something like that. Something where you might not think to look down and lift up or get on your hands and knees and pick it up or whatever, right? That's that person. And they want it to price out of the store. So, or price out of the system. So when they finally come back to it, they say, hey, I found these figures. How much would it be? They know that the app can't pull it up. They know that the scanner on the end aisle can't pull it up. And they know that the person at the register can't ring it up. So they go, oh, well, we can't sell this. What do we do? Depending on who you get will determine how it's going to turn out for you. So you get somebody who doesn't really know. They got to ask somebody. They're like, oh, it's a random situation. They've never been through this before. They just want to go ahead and get this thing over with and not have to deal with it anymore. So they're going to just go with whatever. So they find out that, okay, well, they can give it to you for a price. Now, here's the thing. When it's priced out of the store, they're either going to give you this, whatever item it is, for a discounted price, or they're going to throw it away. Throw it away, give it away, whatever they're going to do behind closed doors. But it's not something that they can just, all right, we're going to put it back on the floor at the same price. They can't do it. It's done. They don't sell it anymore. They have no real rights to it anymore because it's out of their system. So what they would do is they'll sell it to you for a lower price. What's that lower price? They're going to be looking at you, or you can look at them and say, well, I'm just going to, how about, $5 or some other price. Now, again, it depends on who you're getting. Whoever's dealing with your situation, they are going to be the ones that are going to kind of dictate how much it's really going to be, because somebody might care enough about their job and look at you like, man, you kind of shady. Oh, you just found these figures? Oh, you just found these figures, huh? How convenient. Look at all these figures you just found, right? This thing was $29.99, man. It was a hot item too, and you just found this? Oh, okay, cool. So that person may say, all right, fine. Well, I'm just going to charge you the price of a regular figure, McFarlane figure, which is now $23-something, right? Like, oh, well, I would think you can go lower than that. Like, no, I'm going to go this low because this is the price I can match it up with. This is similar to it, and you're going to save $10. So give me $20 or so, and you can have this figure. That's what they can do. You may hem and haw about that, but hey, your plan didn't work out the way you thought it was going to be because that's the person you got. Then you can get the person that I talked about before. The person who just, situation is weird. They don't know what to do. They're like, oh, man, I just want to get this out of my face. So they take whatever price you say. Or you will have to think ahead and say, you know what? So I won't have to run into any kind of issues with the pricing and trying to haggle on how low this thing really can go. What some would do, now I know it's extreme, right? This is extreme, but folks are hiding toys. So is it really far-fetched for me to say any of this stuff? So we're going to go further. They would hide a clearance item along with the regular item and say, hey, I found this. And they see that clearance price that they're actually okay with paying, like $7.49. And they'll say, hey, here you go. This is $7.49. And this is like this. And they'll just take that price and then they'll ring up whatever it is you're trying to get for $7.49. And there you go. You saved a lot of money. Your whole plan has been a success and you got it. You really won the day, in your mind. There you have it. pockets are fine. You didn't spend all that money, and now you have this figure. And the figure is actually going for a lot more online. So if you want to resell it, there you go. You just tripled your money. Congratulations, right? Or if they didn't hide that clearance item, all they really needed was a sticker, a clearance sticker for that particular store. So they could have bought themselves a clearance item, grabbed that sticker, saved it somehow. I know this is ridiculous. I know what I'm saying is like, man, who's going through all of that? These folks are hiding figures. They're hiding them in suitcases. They're hiding them in the shelves. They're putting them in various different spots that you don't think they would be in because they don't have the money for it. I mean, they literally hid a $7.49 ugly Batman figure. What in the world? If you gotta hide an $8 figure, anything for $8, you gotta hide it. You don't need it. You don't deserve it. You ain't got the money for it. Get out of here. You don't collect for a little bit. Okay, stack your paper up, and until you get to $10, and now you got it with tax included, and then you got a little bit of something over, so you can buy yourself some Arizona green tea. You know what I mean? Crazy. So all they need is the sticker. They can slap that sticker on the thing that they recently found because they have it with them. And then there it is. They say, hey, well, look, it sells right here. That was on clearance. Again, depending on who you got, they're like, man, I know this thing didn't get on clearance. I know. I put the thing out. I work in toys. This thing was a hot thing that kept selling. We never clearanced this thing out. And you're telling me you found this in the store on clearance? Nah, buddy. But again, hey, you might come out of it paying 20 or 8, whatever the thing is. But that's the end game. Now, honestly, if you're going to do all of this ridiculousness, the end game really is just to steal, because you're stealing. You're just stealing is what it is. The end game, if it's priced out of the store, you're thinking, well, can I just have it? And they're like, no, you cannot just have it. We got to charge you something for it because you're about to walk out of the store with a product that you got in the store. So we can't really just let you go. But honestly, it's like if you do walk out of the store, it's not something that they can really stop you or say you're stealing because they can't really ring it up. Maybe that's something, maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. But I'm talking about the mindset of the person that's doing this. They think they can get out of this scot-free and think they can get this figure for free. And they are willing to pay that small amount just so they can, I don't know, not feel as guilty for ripping off the system or ripping off other folks, whatever. I don't know. Then I've actually talked to somebody who says that if they see a Hot Wheel in the store that they want, they will come in the store with Hot Wheels already in their pocket, take the Hot Wheel out of the packaging and replace it with the Hot Wheel they have to kind of make it feel like they're not stealing, they're just, replacing. And there you have it. Like, that's a good thing. No, you're stealing. That's what you're doing. And like folks like, man, look, man, it's just action figures, man. What's it mean anything to you? I'm just telling you what they're doing. Don't come at me about this. I'm just telling you, this is what they're doing. And it is stealing. That's just what it is. You are trying to get over, and it's just not right. But hey, like I said, you can be like that person that just put it in a different spot, and then someone finds it. You tell somebody, hey, man, I put it over here, and they come and get it. Well, that's kind of different because you're not putting it somewhere else that's like in the shelving to where it's completely out of sight. Some people just put it behind stuff. I'm about to put it behind this. I'm about to put it behind these other toys. All they got to do is move these boxes around. I've done that plenty of times, and I found the Red Hulk that way. It was just behind something. I get it. Something like that, I mean, I can kind of understand. Fine. Great. You did it for somebody else. Cool. But when you do stuff like this, you put it in the shelving, and it's on the floor, it's sticky, you completely forgot about it, all for the sake of it being priced out of the system. Now you're being skullduggish, okay? You're being shifty. It's ridiculous. So that's all I wanted to say about that. This is how I found this stuff, and I found some other stuff at another Target I just didn't get because I wasn't interested in it. But since, again, speaking on the times where this time right now where McFarlane is leaving, he is getting out of the DC figures. He is priced out of it, or bidded out of it, excuse me, to where next year he won't be doing DC collectibles anymore. Stuff like this is not going to be seen too often. He is not going to do another Clock King. It's already got a soft goods cape. It's a collector's edition. He don't have no other hands except he just got stuff to hold, hands to hold these things in. And then Ragman is also a figure that don't have nothing but this stuff here and there. I don't think anybody was really looking for Ragman that tough. But there it was. So I was able to get this for $7.49 and Clock King for $7.49. There you have it. Did I win the day? Sure. Whatever. However you want to look at it. It's just a sad situation to find that people are doing all these different things just to hide figures. So, be on the lookout. If you're looking for something and you find and you're in the store and they say, we got 3 on hand, or there's 3 on the floor, guess what that means? That means that somebody possibly has put it somewhere in the store, hiding it. And lo and behold, if you take the time to go in that toy section and lift up a few levels, you may find something that you've been looking for, or something that you weren't even looking for, but like, oh, you're surprised. Pretty crazy stuff. These are the times we're living in. We've been in these times. Folks been hiding stuff for years, so it's nothing new. But there you go. That's the end of the video on that one. I'll get to a figure review in the next one. But I just want to just hip you to some game if you didn't know about this. And it's a double-edged sword. If you didn't know, you might try it. And if you did know, you probably still gonna keep doing it. And, it's just wild, man. It's wild. Anyway, have fun collecting, man, because it's supposed to be fun. You're not supposed to be going through all of this craziness, man. Have fun collecting, because collecting is fun. Okay? It's an honest thing. It's supposed to be an honest hobby to have. Okay? Let's keep it honest. Can we do that? Let's keep it honest. Later days. Also, stores will ban you if you are caught. I don't think it's worth it.